Salut, sunt Bruno de la Techzone.ro și suntem la Cebit astăzi la standul Be Quiet, un producător poate nu foarte cunoscut pentru România, dar care vă asigurăm că va fi cunoscut în curând. Vă vom prezenta câteva produse aduse de ei aici. Hello, Christoph. We came to Cebit to see what's new. So help us with the presentation.
Yeah. Okay, we can first start with our CPU cooler lineup. We have always a dark lineup called, this one is a Dark Rock 2. Then we have, show you 1 second later, Dark Rock Pro 2. Then we have the Shadow Rock. This is our price competitive models. You see already they are like silver and don't look as fancy as the dark ones. So we have one top floor here and one tower here for just people who just with the system that you have the right setup. This one is our Dark Rock 2. It has 140 millimeter. Everyone else is 120 or 140 millimeter. Then let us change to our latest model up here. So this one is our latest model, the Dark Rock Pro 2. We have in this one here 120 and 140 millimeter fan. It's a double tower cooler, and the TDP is around 220 watts. So with this one you can actually really cool every kind of CPU setup in the market right now. You can see when you put this one in your case, actually you have only this big nice aluminum plate here on top. It's really nice and sleek, very beautiful in the case. Then you can see it's a double tower. That means you have basically two coolers in one, and everyone gets cooled with an own fan here. So the cooling performance is incredible, and we have our own development, the Silent Wings fan. You have a nice rubber frame around it here. We have an FDB, it's a fluid dynamic bearing, and they're running really with slow rotation and really silent. We have like our tests show like 15 to 20 dBA, so you can really not hear these fans. And the mounting is actually for all CPUs right now, even LGA 2011 for example. So that's it for our coolers right now. Let's switch over to power supplies. Okay, let's go on with our power supplies. So here it's getting a little more complicated because we have a few more models. You see actually our highest end model, as I said, with the coolers already, it starts with Dark. So this is our Dark Power Pro. Then we go to this side here, it's our Straight Power, the more mainstream product. Also 80 plus gold, of course, with cable management, without cable management. The Dark Power Pro, it's coming out right now. It's I will show in a minute a little more detailed, also 80 plus gold and platinum, some models. Then let's go over here. This is our so-called entry-level power supplies. They're very price competitive and still really incredible quality, and also with our silent technology inside. So this is our Pure Power L8, and behind there is the Pure Power L7. The difference is not only the looking, as you can see. The L7 has a smaller fan inside and has no cable management. And the L8, the Pure Power L8, has cable management and larger fan, and looks a little bit cooler than the Pure Power L7. This one has 80 plus bronze, so this one is more the mainstream models in this direction. Price competitive, as I said, really silent with our very own fans. So let's switch over to the detailed explanation for the new models. See you in a second. Okay, welcome back. For you it was just the blink of an eye. For us it was like 10 minutes, but we are back in our private room here. And I want to introduce the products a little more detailed. So let's start with our Silent Wings 2 fan. As I said before, this is an own development. Be Quiet started a few years ago to develop own fans. You have a really nice FDB bearing, fluid dynamic bearing. We have these, you see these lines here, they are really cool for streamlining the air through the fins here. Then, as I mentioned, you have always the rubber frame here. So when you put it against a case, for example, then the whole fan is totally isolated with vibrations or whatsoever. So it's another isolation part. What is very nice also is our in the package we have different on the side, the hangers here. We have different ones, rubber ones. So when you want to isolate the fan completely from the casing, we have these rubber thingies. You can just stick it here and it's totally isolated. Or in some cases, you need to use screws. For example, we have these hard plastic ones. I'll show you on this side here. We have actually with this side you can have a different distance to the case. So if you, for example, put it to a cooler, for example, you always need a hard plastic one. It's always a little bit easier. This is our latest model, the 140 millimeter ones, which we also, in a little different version, put in our new cooler. Let's switch to this one here. As I just introduced this one already, you have a really nice aluminum plate in the top. You have all these nice parts on top here that it's just looking really stunning. And the rest I just explained already. It's a really heavy cooler. It's really big, but it's really amazing. Once you install this one to the case, it's really stunningly looking, and the cooling performance is just incredible. We are definitely amongst the top 3 coolers in the market once this one is out. So we are very much looking forward to. Here you can see the really nice 140 millimeter fan, and all, of course, with the rubber mounts everywhere, and it's really cool, really nice isolated. Okay, since Be Quiet exists for 10 years now, our main products are, since 10 years now, the power supplies. So we really specialized in this. We are also the only manufacturer who actually puts their own fans into the power supply. So as you can see, this fan you can buy in retail here, and a different version, but exactly the same technology, you can find in the power supplies as well. The benefit is that they are really quiet, and as the logo already says, Be Quiet. This is our motto. This is what the brand stands for, and the fan is the first step to make this whole power supply really quiet. And I'm not saying just quiet like this, it's seriously quiet. Another part is here the rubber frames, for example. So you can see already this one is on the ground now, and it's actually sitting just on these 4. You can see here these 4 parts here. What you normally do, connect it to the case, then you have this rubber frame over here. So it's sitting directly on the case like this. It's completely isolated, so the vibrations that can happen inside of the power supply don't get into the case and don't get noisy. We have special screws, for example, as well. So the power supply is still grounded, which is very important, of course, that you have connected the grounding to the case still. A more obvious part is a really cool frame here, the fan grill. We designed those straight lined like this here because we figured out at some point that the design like this is definitely helping with the acoustics, so it's a very nice and silent finish as well. Then as you can see, this model, the 750 model, is 80 plus gold. We start the series with 550 watts and up to 1200 watts. So we have the 550, 650 and 750, 850, 1000 and 1200, and the 850 we managed to make it 80 plus platinum. All others are 80 plus gold. And a really cool part is the cable management, for example, as well. You can see here it's really nice and sleek. You can even here for fans, so let me turn that around. For the fans, you have 4 fan connectors here. We deliver also a cable, and you can connect the fans actually from the case, and then the power supply is controlling basically all the fans inside of the computer case, which makes it even better in the end. Then we have the OCK, which is our overclocking key. This is some special connector as well, and we guide it to the PCI Express on the back. you can actually, with that switch, you can switch from multi-rail, this is a multi-rail power supply, to single rail. So there's still many discussions going on in the world, if single rail is better, multi-rail is better. So with this power supply, we basically give you the choice of just choosing what's the best for you and for your setup. That's a very unique thing. Drives here, PCI Express connectors here. So with this power supply, you're definitely good to go for every kind of high-end system. And that's it for Be Quiet here. And we are basically not selling right now in Romania, Bulgaria, Slovakia, but we are working on these countries right now. And you will definitely see us very soon.